Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation. I, Raj Kiran Bilolikar, welcome you all. I request all of you to please take your seats. Honorable Governor Garu may join us within 5 minutes. So I request all of us who are standing here to please take seats. Once she arrives, then we will start the program. So thank you for patience and please join us together for this wonderful program, Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards 2021.
Hearty congratulations and best wishes to all the awardees of Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards 2021.
TSECA 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 2021. A great success.
Hearty congratulations and best wishes to all the awardees of Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards 2021.
TSECA 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 2021. A great success.
Hearty congratulations and best wishes to all the awardees of Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards 2021.
TSECA 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 20.
Hearty congratulations and best wishes to all the awardees of Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards 2021.
TSECA 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 2021. A great success.
I request Mr. Amrendra Reddy Garu to please welcome Special Chief Secretary, Energy Department, Government of Telangana, Sri Sunil Sharma Garu, IAS, with a plant. Now I request Mr. T. Srinivasul Garu to please welcome our beloved CMD and our Special Chief Secretary to the government, Sri D. Prabhakar Rao Garu, with a plant. I request Mr. Ramakrishna Garu to please welcome Vice Chairman and Managing Director Sri Janaya Garu with a plant. Thank you very much. Now I request all of you to please stand up for a national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you very much. Now I request Honorable Governor Garu along with all distinguished guests to please come forward to light the lamp. Please, ma'am.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटि सूर्य समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you all, sirs. What a great beginning, and it's always like a great beginning of TS Energy Conservation Awards 2021. Special thanks to ma'am. She's second time, ma'am, you are actually presenting the awards. In 2019 also, you guided all of us with your August presence to and presented the awards. And now it is almost 5th year, ma'am, and it is really going to a great heights under your guidance and under sir's guidance. Now, I request Mr. Syed Abdul Alim Garu to please preside the event. You start. Thank you. Now it is like to listen to our chief guests and special guests. Now I request Honorable Prabhakar Rao Garu to please come and please guide us with his August words. Thank you, sir.
I welcome Her Excellency Governor of Telangana, Isai Soundararajan Garu, respected Janab Syed Abdul Alim Ji Garu, Chairman Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation, Special Chief Secretary Sri Sunil Sharma Garu, senior officials from Railways, officials from State and Government of India, awardees, ladies and gentlemen. You are all aware the turnaround of the power sector in the state. At the outset, however, I congratulate all the awardees on this Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards 2021. Telangana is the only state in India providing 24 hours reliable power supply to all the consumers. It is also the only state in India providing 24/7 free power supply to the farmers. With the close monitoring and guidance of our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri KCR Garu, the state turned into light from darkness. Apart from reliable power supply, state also has got focused on energy conservation measures. The turnaround of power sector in the state has become a case study in the country. The installed capacity of the state, which was 7,778 megawatts at the time of formation, has risen to now around 17,000 megawatts. And the peak demand that the state has met in March this year was 13,688 megawatt, excelling the composite state peak demand of 13,162 megawatts at the time of state formation. And in transmission, in generation, transmission, distribution also, generation, the PLF is excellent in the country with 74%, as against all India average of less than 60%. And the transmission availability is 99.99%. And the T&D losses have come down to less than 10%, which used to be more than 16% at the time of state formation. the per capita consumption of the state, which is also as an index of.
See, we can see that today, this 3046 megawatts of renewable energy and 300 kilometers per charge of an hour with the fast charger they can run. So such more awareness programs are being taken up in Telangana state, and we are very sure that very soon people, at least we can say the second vehicle which they own would be an electric vehicle. And it is very good. It does not have any gears. You don't have the hassle of changing the gears. It is automatic vehicle with 1 rupee per kilometer charge. That's a very efficient way of running a vehicle. It will take 6 to 7 hours. But if you want to have fast charger, then you have to have chargers. 700 are being planned. Similarly, it would spread to the other states, and entire country would be healthier and richer because of adoption of the renewable energy. So for this, I thank the organizers for conducting such an excellent program. I thank Madam Governor Garu to come and give us the inspiration, Madam. Thank you very much, Madam. Honorable Governor's inspiration will really give us the strength to go ahead and adopt. And in the Rajbhavan also, we have taken up solar, Madam, and we are very fortunate to take it up in the Rajbhavan. Similarly, other buildings also will be taking up such solar energy so that they can save on the electricity bill and they can have clean energy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for testing yourself and then guiding us on ground to take it forward. I think we all ensure you that collectively we can take it forward, all energy efficiency, e-mobility, and all other aspects of sustainable development. Now it is time to listen to our honorable, please advise us and guide us. Thank you, ma'am. It's over to you.
Good evening, good morning, a special good morning to each and everyone. And my respects to Dr. Sri Prabhakar Rao, CMD, TSECA-2021 and TSECA-2021, and ex officio Special Secretary. He has given an outline how the state of Telangana is conserving the energy. And they have moved from during the state formation from 70 to 4,000 units by solar energy. So I am really congratulate you for your efficient work. And Sunil Sharma IAS, the Special Secretary to Government, Energy Department, Telangana State. And he has also clearly outlined how the state is marching forward in the conservation of energy and how the policies are implemented, enforced to save energy. So I appreciate their exemplary work, and I'm really very happy. The government headed by the Chief Minister is very particular in conserving the energy. And they are not only conserving the energy, the tree plantation drive, the Green Telangana, the Harita Haram project, is also supporting our aim to conserve the energy. And my respects to Sri Janaya, VC and MD, TSECA-2021, who is going to give the vote of thanks. And Syed Abdul Alim, who is presiding the program, and all the participants, particularly the awardees. Conservation, energy conservation is not a social responsibility, it's a personal responsibility. I should say that Sri D. Prabhakar Rao Garu and Sri Sunil Sharma Garu, IAS Garu, they have clearly mentioned all about the energy conservation. And I am very happy that I also gained some information from their speech, that how Telangana is moving forward. And I am very happy that we should be a role model. Before preach, we have to follow the advice. So Telangana is fully functioning on solar energy. So we are saving a large amount of money for the government. So I have to mention this. And as our Honorable Prime Minister said, India has to take a pledge that it will be energy independent by the year we celebrate the 100th year of independence. So before we celebrate the 100th year of independence, we are now celebrating the 75th year of independence. In another 25 years, we must have the energy, must be an energy independent country. And as the officers here has already mentioned what the policies taken by the government and how the government is following to conserve the energy, as a head of state, I want to mention as an individual, particularly we have to create awareness among the people. By following simple things each and every day, we can save energy. Our children, when they wash the hands, they open the tap fully. Water will be flowing. Few drops of water enough for washing our hands. So first we have to advise the children, just open the tap. Because as it is said, today's wastage is tomorrow's shortage. And when we move away from the rooms, all the lights are on. We fail to switch off the lights. It's a very simple procedure. When we do that, as I said, today's wastage will prevent tomorrow's shortage. And air conditions. It is said one neem tree is equivalent to 4 air conditioners. So we can open our windows, have a neem tree, so that we will prevent the energy consumption by the air conditioners and emission of carbon dioxide, and thus saving the power so that we are empowered. So small things. When we take care of small things, the big things take care of themselves. So as a policy, as our Honorable Prime Minister mentioned when he introduced, rightly said by the Secretary, the Power Sector, Telangana government, LED bulbs, the use of LED bulbs. For example, when our Honorable Prime Minister introduced the LED bulbs to the country, actually the consecutive meeting he mentioned that when the South Block was, all the bulbs in the South Blocks were replaced by LEDs, they saved 7,000 units per month. It's a great source of energy, as well as it is the saving of money and saving of our energy too. And we can follow, because this is celebrated as the Energy Conservation Week. The whole world moves towards energy conservation, and they have mentioned each and every, some days to celebrate the energy conservation. For example, January 10th, USA celebrates National Cut Your Energy Cost Day. 10th March, USA celebrates as Solar Appreciate Day. And April 1, USA and Canada celebrates as Fossil Fuels Day. And like that, each and everyone, 3rd June worldwide, it is celebrated as World Bicycle Day. And some of the countries have mentioned a single day as No Car Day, No Vehicle Day, No Smoke Day. So when it is the practice of the people, and when we follow in our life, to the energy conservation and to prevent the energy wastage. So as the government officials mentioned about the policies, as head of the state, I want to advise the youngsters, just follow individually so that we can conserve the energy from home. When energy is conserved from home, the country will take care of it. So let us start from our house, let us start from our home. Whenever after, let us see whether we are switching off the bulbs, then
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sirs. Now, I think we are waiting for much awaited award distribution ceremony. It is a very interesting, and today morning with ma'am's guidance and with all the dignitaries' guidance, I think we are all encouraged and motivated and to receive all these awards also. It is very interesting to know that Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards has reached to this height. It is the 5th year. Honorable Governor Garu is present, and it shows her interest in energy conservation, and then from her speech and then from her address and guidance, we are delighted to have her. And ma'am, TSREDCO has started giving awards to motivate specific electric energy consumption list since last 3 years. 0.243 million units were saved in all these years, and it was great. Now in industry, the gold award goes to Messrs. Orient Cement Limited, Devapur. We request Sri Vetsa Sita Ramaya Garu, Vice President Manufacturing Operations, and Sri S.K. Pandey and Sri Satireddy Garu, Central Maintenance Department. Mr. Y. Padmavir and Mr. S.K. Pandey to please receive the award. This award was given on reduction of specific electrical energy from 70.7 kilowatt hour per ton in the year 2018-19 and also a specific thermal energy reduction from 713 to 703 in the year 2020-21. And also they participated in PAT scheme. Now the award comes for the building sector. This time there are 4 subcategories under building sector. We start with commercial building sector. The gold award goes to ITC Kakatiya. That were a very good competition, and then committee decided to give gold. Gold award goes to ITC Kakatiya, Messrs. Srinivasa Resorts Limited. We request Sri Ashutosh Chibbaji, General Manager, and Sri Abhinav Tyagi, Chief Engineer, to please receive the award. The award is given on reduction on energy performance index, and ITC Kakatiya is a LEED Platinum rated building. Now, next, please be ready for government building sector. This time, Postal Department won both the awards under this category. Ma'am, Postal Department is really working hard. The silver award goes to Dak Southern Hyderabad. Dak Southern Hyderabad, we request Sri S. Rajendra Kumar, Chief Postmaster General, Telangana Circle, and Sri K.A. Devaraj, Director of Post Engineer, and Srimati B. Mamata, Executive Engineer, to receive the award. This award is given for implementation of municipal DSM measures and reduction of energy consumption in street lighting system. The gold award goes to Ramagundam Municipal Corporation. We request Honorable Mayor Sri D. Dr. B. Anil Kumar Garu and Deputy Commissioner Sri K. Narayana Rao Garu to please receive the award. Ramagundam Municipal Corporation. Now I announce the transport sector. The silver award goes to Telangana State Road Transport Corporation, Godavari Khani Depot. I request Sri Raghunath Rao Garu, CME, and Sri Venkateshan, Depot Manager, Godavari Khani, to please receive the silver award in transport sector. The award is given for improvement of kilometer per litre by special training and motivating to the personnel of the depot. Yes. Now I request the gold award to Telangana State Road Transport Corporation, Sattupalli Depot. We request Sri C. Vinod Kumar ED and Sri J.V. Babu, Depot Manager, Sattupalli, to please receive the award. Now it is time to announce the Excellence Award. The Excellence Award goes to GMR Hyderabad International Airport. I request Sri Prasanna Kumar Poddar, EVP and Head Engineering, and Sri Vijay Rathod, VP and Head Terminal Building. This is the last award I am announcing. The Excellence Award to GMR Hyderabad International Airport. Please come forward. I congratulate all the award winners. It was such a wonderful event to know the efforts, and we are all certainly get motivated to conserve. Hyderabad GMR Airport is receiving these awards from several years, and then that is why the committee has decided to give them excellent award by their various practices. Now, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Now I request to felicitate jury members. I request all the juries to please come to receive the felicitation. Mr. GSV Prasad, Mr. Rajnikant, Mr. T. Srinivasulu, Pavan Kumar, and Mr. Kiran on behalf of Virendra Raghuram to please come forward to receive the felicitation, including myself. Now I request Sri Syed Abdul Alimji, Chairman TSREDCO, to please felicitate our Honorable Governor Garu with a memento. I request all of you to please take your seats. Now I request Sri Abdul Alimji to felicitate Mr. Sri Sunil Sharma Garu, IAS Special Chief Secretary, Energy, Government of Telangana. Now I request again VC and MD Janaya Garu to please felicitate D. Prabhakar Rao Garu, our beloved CMD and Special Chief Secretary to the government. I request VC and MD Garu to please felicitate Sri Janab Abdul Alimji to felicitate. So thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you all the guests on dais. Now I request VC and MD TSREDCO and Janaya Garu to please come forward to give vote of thanks.
Wonderful response to the Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards. We thank Honorable Governor of Telangana State for the time and the motivational words towards the efforts of clean energy promotion in the state of Telangana. Madam G across all the Telangana state. We thank you once again, Madam. We also thank our Honorable Special Chief Secretary Sri Sunil Sharma Garu and Sri D. Prabhakar Rao Garu for their continuous support and encouragement and guidance in a day-to-day activity in achieving continuous contributions towards the clean energy, please. We thank our chairman, Sri Syed Abdul Alim Garu, for his relentless support in all respects. We also thank members of jury for their contribution in the selection of awardees, and IndiGlobal Media for making this event a grand success. Thank you, Vanda.
I thank Honorable Governor Garu for our august presence, and I thank members, all the participants and all the award winners. Now I request all of you to please, we are concluding the event, and I request all of you to please stand up for national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब मराठा दबंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your august presence and guidance. And thank you, sirs. I request all of you to please join us for high tea to the adjacent, and I congratulate again all the award winners. Thank you very much.
I request all the delegates to join us in the hall, please. We are going to start with the opening ceremony of India Global Energy Summit. I would request my team members and also the team members of TSECA-2021 to please escort all the speakers back in the hall. I would request Chittu, Hemant. I would request all the delegates to please join back in the hall, and they can bring in their cups and tea back in the hall, please. There was a delay in starting our session. We are extremely sorry, the arrival of our Honorable Governor, and the program also extended by another 20 to 25 minutes. So we are a little late in starting of our India Global Energy Summit, and we are extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused to our esteemed speaker. I would request all the delegates to please join in the front seats out here before I call upon our esteemed speakers. Please join us on the front seats. All the esteemed delegates, please join us back in the hall. They may occupy the seats in the front. We are extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused and the extended Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards. Request to please occupy the front seats here, please. Please join us back in the front seats, please. While I'll take this privilege of inviting our esteemed speakers while our esteemed delegates are joining us back. Thank you. Now I would take the privilege to call upon our esteemed speaker. I would request a senior bureaucrat who has been on the forefront and has been the Special Chief Secretary for the Energy Department, Government of Telangana. Now he holds yet another key position given his passion for the energy, renewable energy and the clean energy that needs to be promoted and adapted, which is the need of the hour. Please join me in welcoming Shri Ajay Mishra. A huge round of applause. Director General, Renewable Energy Society of India. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. And we are extremely sorry for the delay that has been caused and the inconvenience caused to our esteemed speaker, Fleming. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Andrew Fleming, who's the Deputy High Commissioner, Deputy High Commission, Hyderabad. Extremely sorry the inconvenience caused to our esteemed speaker. We are also joined by yet another special speaker who would be representing yet another country, giving out the global perspective and the global collaboration, Sri Mahdi Shahrukhi, HE Consul General, Islamic Republic of Iran. A round of applause for the Consul General, Iran. I would also request the program chair and also the Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation, Mr. N. Janaya. A round of applause to Mr. N. Janaya. I would request the esteemed speakers to please take the seats. And with this, I would like to call upon my colleague Kaniza to please present the saplings on behalf of, as a token of welcoming our esteemed guest. So this particular session would be on building robust energy ecosystem in the new world order, the best practices and innovation, trends and technologies, collaboration from local to global level, and also on the policy intervention. In regards to the policy intervention, we have Mr. N. Janaya, who is representing the state, Telangana State Nodal Agency, Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation, and to have the national perspective on the green and clean energy that is taking up in India, we have Sri Ajay Mishra, Director General, Renewable Energy Society of India. And to have the global perspective, we have two esteemed speakers representing the state, the country United Kingdom, and also the country Iran. So first, I would request my team members to present the saplings to our esteemed speaker, Sri Ajay Mishra ji, Director General, Renewable Energy Society of India. A round of applause. Next up, I would request Kaniza to please present the Senior Assistant Editor with IndiGlobal Media Network to present the sapling to Honorable Dr. Andrew Fleming, Deputy High Commissioner, British Deputy High Commission, Hyderabad. I would also request Mr. Vishal Gautam to present the sapling to our esteemed speaker representing the country Republic of Iran, Sri Mahdi Shahrukhi, His Excellency. I would also request Prerna Simon to present the sapling to our program chair, Mr. N. Janaya, Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation. Thank you very much. With this, first I would like to call upon the program chair, Mr. N. Janaya, to please deliver his program chair address. Over to you, sir.
Respected our ex-Special Chief Secretary and the Director General of Renewable Energy Society of India, Sri Ajay Mishra Garu, and respected Andrew Fleming from United Kingdom and Iran Consulate Sri, other friend, ladies and gentlemen. I am very happy to be here on this occasion of IndiGlobal Summit for moving towards achieving our renewable energy targets and also non-fossil fuel implementation programs. India has an ambitious target which was already achieved around 156 gigawatts of renewable power by this time and 175 gigawatts by 2022 and an expected growth of 500 gigawatts by 2030. And all we must appreciate all the stakeholders' efforts in pushing towards the clean energy among all the states and also in the state of Telangana. Telangana is also implementing lot of incentivization programs for the improvement of the clean energy systems and also taking lot of initiatives for the better achievement of the assigned targets given by the Government of India. In moving towards, we will be sharing lot of opinions, thoughts and also what are the initiatives being taken by the global for achieving whatever the results and also the reduction of temperatures etc. by the United Nations and also COP which was held recently in the Glasgow. Now we will start our proceedings with all our deliberations and we sincerely apologize for the delay in the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. N. Janaya, for taking us through various points that touch upon the initiatives that's been taken up in Telangana, not just in regards to the renewable energy, but also the energy conservation, electric vehicle policy. Telangana has been on the forefront and also installing the green energy, clean energy in the state, which is increasing every year. And it is on one of the top lists. Telangana is leading in regards to the clean energy across the country. Thank you very much, Mr. Janaya. Now I would request our special guest and a bundle of information and the man who has been on the forefront leading the energy sector in Telangana. It is one officer who has been passionate about the renewable energy. I would request Sri Ajay Mishra ji to deliver the special guest address to our esteemed audience. Over to you, sir. Sri Ajay Mishra.
Chair of this session, Sri Janaya ji, His Excellency Dr. Andrew Fleming, Deputy High Commissioner of UK, His Excellency Shri Mehdi Faruqi ji, Consul General from Iran, delegates, friends. The topic for today's deliberation, as I'll put it, robust energy ecosystem. As has been mentioned few times, renewable energy is the thing, and it will acquire more and more importance in the days to come. 4 years back, at the national level, when the target was set by our Honorable Prime Minister for the country 175 GW, many thought, including me, I'm being honest, at that point of time I was in energy sector, that it's a very ambitious target. We may not be able to achieve it. The practical view taken informally was let's try for it. Even if we are not able to achieve it, even if we are falling short of it slightly, it will be much, much worth the effort. Today, whatever my energy colleagues all over the country, other stakeholders have achieved is commendable. As Mr. Janaya put, with 156 GW by 2021 ending, now 1 year to go, I am confident we'll be reaching 175 GW by end of next year, which means approximately 45% of our energy will be through renewable sector. I have mentioned in few of my speeches during the last 2-3 months. Till now, we have been focusing on individual renewable energy sectors: solar, wind, rooftop, waste to energy, biomass. But we have to focus on what I call firm renewable energy. Firm renewable energy means, or what I mean by that is, 24/7, we should be able to deliver the energy needs of the consumers through green modalities. Gradually, global level, the sentiment is growing more and more against fossil fuels. When we are able to put an end to the present fossil fuel consumption, that is our objective now. See, growing of renewable energy is one, but the ending of the fossil fuel journey, that is more important. Whether we call it zero emission, whether we call it, to say, net zero, finally it boils down to 1.5 degree centigrade climate change prevention, which is crucial for our well-being and our healthy survival, I'll put it. In this context, one of the initiatives which has been taken this year by the national government is to promote hydrogen fuel energy sector. Our Honorable Prime Minister mentioned it on the Independence Day speech. The details are being rolled out. The private sector is taking initiatives. It may be duplication of my statistics, but 2 big industrial houses in this country have committed through public statements or releases 20 billion USD in the next 1 decade for renewable energy, and that includes substantively for hydrogen fuel economy. And in hydrogen fuel economy also for what is called green hydrogen. Last decade, we have seen tremendous progress in solar energy, substantive in wind energy. These 2 sectors will continue to grow much, much more in the coming decade. But I am confident that in the coming decade, hydrogen fuel research will also lead to a point where it will become financially sustainable, where at least to start with, the big energy guzzlers, the industries, they will start moving towards hydrogen. Some of them have already started that hydrogen, but more important, what I call green hydrogen. Green hydrogen sector, as on now, is capital intensive. It requires, or only the big players will come in first, and later others will join. So that is one sector which, even at the state level, I'll request Shri Janaya ji and through him others, how to take steps to promote, to encourage this sector, which is the future. Why I am saying future? Because in solar energy, we have done well, but unfortunately, our manufacturing capability is not up to the mark still. We have got panels mainly from outside, got it installed here and running. In hydrogen sector, there is a potential for our country to be one of the net exporters in about a decade's time and contribute to not only saving of precious foreign exchange, which we have to give for oil imports, which we have to give for, say, solar and wind energy equipments. We'll be saving that, and on the reverse, we'll be earning, if everything goes right after a decade, by exporting the hydrogen fuel produced energy, equipments, and technology. India today happens to be one of 4 or 5 countries which have the basic technology, which can go ahead. So that is my advice, that is my request. I know out of the people sitting here, very few will be at present interested, but I have to point out to what the future is also, and where opportunities can be there. Naturally, the pluses and minuses of the time factor, of the delays taken, have to be taken into consideration by the private stakeholders. But I can only draw parallels and say what we felt about solar energy 1 decade back was similar to what we feel about hydrogen fuel economy today. 1 decade back, we all know what was the money-wise number game in the solar sector. It was not positive. It was seen as a luxury waste of money because cheaper sources of energy was there. So similarly today, the same outlook, initial outlook, if it is there for hydrogen fuel economy, it is not wrong. But then we have to draw lessons from recent history, I'll not say very past history, and see what are the opportunities. And I feel opportunities are great. One has to be patient, one has to be very systematic, and that will lead our country as a leader in this sector in the days to come. I'll not repeat most of the things which we have done here in our state, because that Shri Janaya ji, Shri Prabhakar Rao have already mentioned much more in detail. Because hydrogen fuel also has potential to transform the transport sector in future. There will be a rivalry, there will be a competition between the present EV through batteries and the future hydrogen, the vehicles run by hydrogen fuel. Challenges will be there, but then once it picks up, there won't be any looking back. So this is my message, this is my initial thought to start this session. And I think after the addresses, we'll be open for any questions, clarifications, or elaborations of whatever I have said. And I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity today to share my thoughts with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Ajay Mishra, for taking us through the importance of various renewable energy. And of course, as Sir has rightly pointed out about the hydrogen fuel economy, I think the TSREDCO has also started with a project that is soon going to roll out. And we also have covered that in our special issue that has been unveiled today. With this, we would move to our next esteemed speaker who would be taking us through the collaborations and the innovations that is taking up in the global collaboration front. And please join me in welcoming Dr. Andrew Fleming, Deputy High Commissioner, Deputy High Commission, Hyderabad. So please.
Sapaka Namaskaramu. Good afternoon. Just checking my time, everybody. My friend Ajay Mishra and my Iranian counterpart and Sir here on the dais and all of you present. I must say that when I walked in here about an hour and a bit ago, hour and 15 minutes, I was absolutely thrilled to see an absolutely packed hall. And I thought really, you know, finally we're seeing that renewable energy has become an issue that people absolutely care about and want to engage with. But then I realized there were other reasons the hall was so packed. And perhaps it's a pity because a lot of people that took awards, maybe you're still here, congratulations if you were a recipient. But actually a lot of people that took awards, a lot of people that were sitting on this top table are exactly the people that should be here now listening to what's being spoken, but they've left. And I honestly think, you know, that is a missed opportunity. Because in order to make progress on many issues, we need to have the key policy makers, decision makers, and leaders of industry together in one room. You know, somehow we've managed to get to a state now where the room is half empty. But nevertheless, for those of you here, and my friends up on the dais, today's theme is about building robust energy ecosystem, and I definitely want to talk about the UK's government vision in this respect, and particularly our collaboration partnership with India as well, and particularly at the state level. But first of all, let me say that, you know, in the last 2 difficult years, kindness is something that I think we've all learned a lot about having more respect for each other and being fairer and all of that. But actually, you know, one thing that is even more important than that is being kind to our planet. And, you know, really this planet is in peril. This is why the COP that's just happened in Glasgow, that's already been mentioned, and undoubtedly I'll come back to that too, is something that was so important. The decisions that come out of COP, the future policies are one thing, but what that COP will be judged on is what countries do in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, in terms of delivering on their pledges. And the UK's pledge to decarbonize our electricity system by 2035, is one example. It is a key fundamental milestone in our ambitious journey towards net zero. It will shift us away from volatile fossil fuels and turbocharge our use of the homegrown green technologies, from wind and hydrogen, as Mr. Mishra referred to in his speech, to solar and carbon capture. utilization and storage. It is an exciting vision, not only economically, but also in dealing with the climate crisis. The UK has so far made great progress in diversifying its energy mix. At COP26, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson made a commitment that will lead to and show the world how committed we are in the fight against climate change. So by 2035, all our electricity will come from clean sources, subject to of course, to the security and supply. And we will be, in achieving this, bringing forward the UK's original commitment to decarbonise fully by a full 15 years. Now, this is ambitious. It's really ambitious. And to succeed, we will need new innovation, a lot of new innovation, new learning, new partnerships. We need to share the best practice with others who have similar commitments and ambitions. And in this regard, India is absolutely a key partner, and I believe Hyderabad is absolutely a key city with all the innovation that comes out of this brilliant city. So, what does our progress look like at the moment back in the UK? I'll give you a bit of a stock take. In Q2 of 2021, plug-in, hybrid, battery electric, range extended electric or fuel cell electric cars accounted for just under 15% of all newly registered cars. 2 years earlier, the figure was 2.3%. This was achieved against a general reduction in new car registrations and also as a result of our COVID pandemic. And in November alone, it meant that 100,000 new electric vehicles were registered in the UK, in my country, which is, after all, a relatively small island in the scheme of things. So we're making good progress on that front. And we have Go Ultra Low cities. These are Oxford, Milton Keynes, Nottingham, York, Dundee, London, and a couple of regions, the west of England and the northeast, which are fast integrating electric mobility within their transportation systems. The aim was to create a cohort of exemplar cities and regions that lead the way in promoting electric vehicles, tackling air quality, and reducing carbon emissions, not just for the benefit of the UK, but to come back to my earlier point, to share the experience, to share the journey, to share the learning with other countries, with other cities, including the city of Hyderabad. And alongside the transport decarbonation plan, the government published a delivery plan which outlines the policies and investments the government is going to take out to support the transition to zero-emission cars and vans. In October 2021, the UK government announced its plan to introduce a ZEV mandate, zero electric vehicle mandate, sorry, I mustn't use acronyms, from 2024 to support the uptake of zero-emission vehicles. The mandate will set targets for the percentage of manufacturers' new car and van sales that need to be zero-emission each year from 2024, just over 2 years away from now. And the UK is working with Telangana already. E-mobility movement in India has received a fresh boost at our recent COP26 from Prime Minister Modi's historic net zero commitment and by India's support for the Glasgow breakthrough on transport and the zero emissions vehicle declaration. At COP26, India joined 6 emerging markets and developing economies, pledging to work intensely towards accelerated proliferation and adoption of zero-emission vehicles. 16 other Indian institutions also signed a declaration, including Uber India, Hyderabad-born company Gaia Motors, Avira, Etrio, the Indian Chamber of Commerce, to whom my friend here has some advisory honorary role, I learned just now, and a number of others. We are now working closely with the Indian government on awareness creation, battery manufacturing and innovation, and policy development. It has been agreed with the Ministry of Power at the Government of India to accelerate smart power and renewable energy mix in a few Indian states. And we are committed to bringing the best the UK has to offer through this partnership. Our policy, best practice, our growing EV supply chain, and cutting-edge renewable energy innovations. To encourage consumers and businesses to take up EVs, we've worked with Niti Aayog on a new state-of-the-art National Electric Vehicles web portal called e-Amrit, which was launched in Glasgow during the COP26. And in this regard, our partnership with the Telangana state government will see the implementation of this web portal at the state and city levels, along with the preparation of a roadmap to enhance adoption. And let me point out that Hyderabad is one of only 3 cities in India chosen for this pilot, Bangalore and Mumbai being the others 2. And the selection is based on the potential evidenced by the commitments and progress that we've already seen the state is making, and which earlier speakers in the previous session, including the governor, acknowledged significant progress on. So I'm very much looking forward to that. The UK has always shared a wonderful partnership with Indian states in clean energy transition, and that very much applies in both Telangana and neighbouring Andhra Pradesh, and I look forward to seeing that grow in the coming months as some of what I talk about turns into reality. It's a great pleasure to be working with the state government here on their EV vision, and to be engaging on knowledge exchange to address these common challenges and shared priorities so we can collectively be kinder to our world. I look forward to working with many of you, as I have done in the past, to make sure we can achieve these ambitious goals. And it's very, very exciting, actually, when we look ahead at the kind of prospects we have, while obviously trying to negotiate what can be and will continue to be a challenging time in the short term. Let me thank the organisers and apologise for my frustrations about the delay. My diary is rather packed today. I do appreciate the platform. I do appreciate the chance to address you I urge you to take away not necessarily what I've said here, but what you hear and learn from all of the speakers as you interact with this important event. It's a shame there aren't more people here, but you are clearly those who are willing to give up your early Sundays and engage on an issue which ultimately is one of the most important global issues we face today. God bless you all and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Andrew Fleming. And as it's rightly mentioned, the United Kingdom, the British government has been on the forefront. At the same time, collaborations are taking place. And we are glad that our Honorable Prime Minister has been there, and his statement for the net zero commitment from India at the COP26 that was held in the month of October for a period of time, and that was hosted by the United Kingdom government in the Glasgow, Scotland, United Kingdom. And as Dr. Fleming, we all know, many of us follow him online, be it Twitter or be it in the LinkedIn. He is proactive in terms of promoting the clean and in terms of various climate-friendly initiatives across both the Telugu-speaking states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Thank you very much, Dr. Andrew Fleming, and we really apologize for all the delay that has been caused. And yes, the Telangana government is also on the forefront in terms of new learning, new partnership collaborations. And we are also looking forward for the work with which the Deputy High Commission British is working with Telangana government in terms of implementation of various initiatives. A round of applause to Dr. Andrew Fleming. With this, we would like to call upon our next speaker, and we are keen to hear what is the work that is going on and the kind of collaborations that is being done. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Mahdi Shahrokhi, His Excellency Consul General, Islamic Republic of Iran. A round of applause.
Well, a very good morning or good afternoon to all of you. Shri Ajay Mishra, Special Chief Secretary, my colleague, Deputy High Commissioner of UK, the Program Chief, Mr. Janaji, distinguished audience, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to address the IndiGlobal Energy Summit 2021 in presence of pioneers from India and the global energy industry. Today, the importance of energy in international arena and the development of countries has promoted. One of the most important policies of the coming decades is the development of the use of electricity to replace other energy carriers. Because of that, the capacity of production and consumption of electricity will increase more than double. One of the developments in the energy sector is the supply of electricity from renewable and clean energy sources. According to reports released by the International Renewable Energy Agency in 2020, the price of electricity generated by renewable power plants is even lower than the cost price for fossil fuels. For electricity generation, in addition to the three factors of fuel cost, energy conversion cost, and environmental costs, we have to consider water consumption costs as well. In this case, the price of electricity generated will be more expensive than the cost of per unit of electricity generated by renewable power plants. There are good sources of renewable energy in the vast geographical area of my country, Iran. For instance, the potential of solar radiation for power plants in Iran is very significant. The Ministry of Energy of the Islamic Republic of Iran has complied methods and tools for the development of renewable energy, and fortunately, despite the fact that Iran has vast fossil energy resources that can be used cheaply and easily to supply the country with energy, so far we have about 900 megawatts of renewable and clean power plants. It is noteworthy that all these power plants have been developed through private sector investment and public participation, with more than 160 private sector companies active in the field of renewable energy in the vast majority of region of Iran. This capacity also includes more than 5,500 units of small-scale solar systems. Fortunately, the Iranian renewable energy development market, relying on the high potential of renewable energy sources, including solar, wind, biomass, geothermal, etc., is an attractive market for investors. Based on the evaluation of the sources, the theoretical potential capacity of renewable energy sources, including solar, wind, small hydropower, and geothermal in Iran, is more than 210,000 megawatts, which is about 39% of the capacity with existing infrastructure will be operational. Relying on this high potential, the Ministry of Energy of Iran has persuaded the following goals in order to transform the development of renewable energy. First, supporting the private sector to develop the use of renewable energy through the purchase of electricity generated. Second, supporting producers to transfer and localize renewable energy technology. And third, supporting research centers to develop plans for competitive technologies and to provide access to new energy in remote areas and villages. In the plan of new government of Iran, the development of renewable power plants up to 10,000 megawatts is predicted in the next 4 years. And we intend to use new methods and capacities to achieve this goal. Domestic and foreign investors interested in participating in the 10,000 megawatts projects by building a renewable power plant in Iran can submit the proposals to the Ministry of Energy. So the windows of my Consulate General will be open to the government and private sectors who are eager to cooperate. We are all ready to sit, to discuss, and consult with each other to find new opportunities to work with each other, especially with Telangana state. Thank you for your patience, and I look forward to greater cooperation in the future. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. So we are happy that the country Iran is open for many collaborations, and there is an open invitation for many of the companies that can work and the government agencies that can work towards a clean and green energy, not just in the country, India, but across the globe. So a round of applause to our special guest speaker, Sri Mahdi Shahrokhi, His Excellency Consul General, Islamic Republic of Iran. We at the team of IndiGlobal Media Network and also the Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation over last 3 months have worked towards documenting the various initiatives and the best practices and innovation that's been taken up in Telangana majorly, and also some best practices across the country, and also some success stories that happen not just in Telangana and Delhi, but also in Madhya Pradesh and other places of India, through in the form of a special magazine. I would request our esteemed guests who are on the dais to also present those magazine. I would request my team members to please present the magazine special issue that's been unveiled today, to also present by our esteemed guests who are on the dais. I would also request the General Manager for the TSECA-2021, Mr. G.S.V. Prasad, to please join us for this occasion. The magazine is being presented to Consul General of Iran and also Deputy High Commissioner, British, Hyderabad, Sri Ajay Mishra, and also the TSECA-2021 Chairman and Managing Director, Janaya, and Mr. G.S.V. Prasad, General Manager. Listening. Thank you very much. With this, I would request Prerna Simon to take over from here before we conclude the session.
Welcome everybody. Now, as a mark of small appreciation, I would request Sri N. Janaya, Vice Chairman Telangana, and Mr. Sudhir Gautam, Founder CEO IndiGlobal Media, to please present a token of appreciation to Mr. Dr. Andrew Fleming, Deputy High Commissioner, British Deputy High Commissioner, Hyderabad. I request all the audience to please give a huge round of applause. Further, moving ahead, I would request the memento to be presented to Sri Ajay Mishra, Director General, Renewable Energy Society of India. Audience, please a huge round of applause for our esteemed speakers. Also a token of appreciation to Sri Mahdi Shahrokhi, HE Consul General, Islamic Republic of Iran. One huge applause for all our esteemed speakers to give us such huge and such timely insights related to energy ecosystem. Thank you to all our speakers. And also I would request Sudhir Gautam, Founder, CEO, IndiGlobal Media, to present an appreciation to Sri N. Janaya, Vice Chairman, Telangana.
So with this, I would request all our esteemed speaker can come together with their mementos. We can have a group picture for our memory that will remain with us. and we would also be documenting the points that has been raised with each of the speakers here in the form of a conference report, India Global Energy Summit Conference Report, that will be reaching out to you soon in the form of a conference report in our next issue.
Lunch. After this session, I would request everyone that we break for lunch now and we gather back here in next 25 minutes. The lunch is arranged at the same place where the high tea was arranged. A humble request everyone within 25 minutes to please come back into the hall. We have a next panel discussion.
నువ్వు కన్నా మా సార్ చూసి అడిగేది మా సార్ చూసి అడిగేది నువ్వు అంటే
Good afternoon, everybody. People who are at the expo and in the dining hall, request everyone to please head back into this hall so that we can start with our session. Please get ready. We'll be starting the session within next 5 minutes. Everyone at the expo and the dining hall, please get back into the main hall so that we can begin with our next panel discussion. Thank you. Hello, Vishali. Anyone in the dining hall, please? Hall में वापस आओ. तो फिर ये तो ऊपर ही चल रहा है तो बियो मित्रों में. मैंने मारी सकल से तो सीता पैर मेरे फोटो. I repeat, all the delegates at the expo and the dining hall, please head back into the main hall so that we can start with our next sessions. I repeat, everyone at the expo and the dining hall, please head back into the main hall so that we can start with our next segments. Thank you.
always on रहेगा. Perfect. You will mute it. Yeah, super. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. I request all the delegates to please move ahead and take the front seats so that we can begin with our next segment. So for the delegates who have joined us post-lunch, a small note to be made. We had the Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards in the morning, the first session, which was by our esteemed Honorable Governor, Ms. Talasima Sai Soundarajan. Okay. Moving ahead, I would request my team to please play a video related to the TSECA 2021.
Hearty congratulations and best wishes to all the awardees of Telangana State Energy Conservation Awards 2021.
TSECA 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 2021. A great success.
Along with this, in the first session, we also had the unveiling of special issue of the magazine, which I would request my team to please play a small video related to the magazine. Thank you. So for our next segment, please help me introduce Mr. Rajiv YSR, who is a dynamic and a motivational leader with more than 11 plus years of experience across different parts of the world in P&L, sales, strategy, operations, product and project management. He has completed bachelor's and master's from IIT Madras with an incredible track record of building high-performance teams, product and businesses and delivering results. Rajiv has also been recently recognized as 40 under 40, India's youngest dynamic EV leaders, that is electric vehicle leaders. He is a mentor to many startups. He also acts as a business coach and is also as an excellent CXO and along with various other achievements. So I would please help me call upon Mr. Rajiv YSR, who is the chief mentor for EV Masterclass. A huge round of applause for our speaker here.
Thank you, thanks a lot. Hi everyone. Hello. If at all you're angry with someone, the best revenge is call him as a speaker after lunch. But my good friend Sudhir is not angry with me. He's actually waiting that when all the people can come together, then the good news of EVs can be spoken about. So with this, let me thank Sudhir and IndiGlobal Media for this fantastic, I would say, initiative that you have taken in the renewable energies. And definitely, renewable energies is incomplete without electric vehicles as a point of discussion. And my regards and respects to all the chief guests here, Janaya Garu, and everyone, and Ramakrishna Garu, and some of the friends whom I'm able to recognize. Great to be standing midst of you and then talk about it. I'm sure some of you who are here were able to witness what happened in the 2000s, right? 2000s created a lot of millionaires, a lot of billionaires in the form of technology, in the form of IT. Then we thought, will there be ever an opportunity for young entrepreneurs, for young millionaires, for new billionaire companies to form? And that opportunity has come in the form of EVs in 2020. If you don't believe me, just bear with me for about another 2-3 minutes. Who is the richest man in India? Of course, all of us know. And who is the richest man in the world? We know. You know where their money at this point of time right now is? Warren Buffett is one of the key investors in the world's largest EV manufacturing company, which is BYD, Build Your Dreams. And Mr. Mukesh Ambani, you know that he has been investing consistently into technologies and into energy storage in terms of EVs. Now you know where the whole money is, right? And when the whole money is there, then there is no wonder why, I would say, the unicorns and why the tech millionaires cannot emerge from it. And just to add upon, right, we are also talking about 70,000 crore investments by Maruti Suzuki, 15,000 crores investment by Tata Motors, 4,000 crores investments by Hyundai Motors, and very recently, 600 crores investment by Electra Green. Where is it all going into? It is all going into electric vehicles as an industry. In fact, let me talk about few statistics. Sorry, I have this with me. Let me use this, yeah. Let me talk about few statistics, right? If you look at the Indian automobile industry as we speak today, the Indian automobile industry is expected to reach $300 billion by 2026. Okay, I'll stand here. Yes, by 2026. And the most important thing that I want you all to understand here is that the overall FDIs, the foreign direct investments between 2020 and 2021 is at around $26 billion. But then the government from 2021 to 2023, in the next 2 years, we are expecting a direct $10 billion investments into automobile industry. And where is it all getting into? It is all getting into EVs. And not just that, with the recent, I would say, strong demonstration of the commitment made by our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, where he said, by 2070, India would be a net zero emission country. Right? And it takes a lot of courage, a lot of commitment to make the statements, and that cannot happen without we converting all our mobility solutions into EVs. And not just that, by 2030, close to, I would say, 50 million direct jobs, 5 crore direct jobs are being created in EV industry alone. Just to talk about it, right? While these are all superb and great things that we talk about the India and then the global market, 14 out of 15 most polluted cities in the country, in the world, are in India. And in fact, the 2.5 particulate meter, that is how you measure the pollution, while Kanpur talks about 170 milligrams per cubic meter, whereas the WHO says that it should be at around 10 milligrams per cubic meter. And not just that, transport sector as such contributes to more than 30% of this pollution, and definitely not to talk about our daily raising fuel prices that we see right now. And of course, our CAD and then our oil import bill is expected to go to $300 billion by 2030. Now, what does it all mean? Electric mobility is not just a solution that we are passionately following just for the sake of following, but then through this, we will be able to target three important things. Number one, definitely we will be able to curb the pollution and leave a better, I would say, environment and ecosystem for our children, for our generations to come. And we reduce our dependency on the oil imports. And most importantly, if at all there is any market that could target and that could compete with our neighbor in terms of volumes and numbers, who is that? It is India. And this is an opportunity for us to emerge as a market leader. In fact, we missed the industry revolution, and we cannot afford to miss the EV revolution that's happening right now. And of course, let me also talk about a little bit of the startup world that has been happening, right? Last year, we have seen 8 unicorns in the pandemic, and the year is not yet complete. This year, we have seen 40 plus unicorns in India, right? So a lot of wealth is being created, and you know how different companies, whether it is Tata Motors and Volvos and General Motors, they already made public, I would say, declarations that by 20, all their manufacturing units, they would convert all their products into EVs and no more gasoline vehicles. While this is all so great and beautiful, do you know what is the biggest threat to EV industries right now? Definitely not the technology and definitely not the money. The biggest threat to EV industry is this. If you look at important, I would say, EV companies in the country right now, their top talent, their manpower, they are still dependent on the Western world. If at all there is a biggest, and with the shift in the technology which has been for about 150 years to recent now, neither of the colleges, neither of the universities, nor the educational institutions are rightly prepared to equip our engineers. They are still doing the same and the only thing of teaching the motorcycles and the diesel engines and internal combustion engines while the industry is progressing much forward. So then what is the biggest threat? The biggest threat to the EV industry is undoubtedly the availability of relevant manpower. While on one hand, the automakers are cutting down the jobs, the conventional jobs with a lot of automation and things coming into picture, on the other hand, the lack and the crunch for relevant EV skilled manpower is killing the industry. Not just in India, this is the global phenomena. So, then what is it? The transition to EVs is inevitable, and also it's an irreversible phenomena. But then availability of relevant manpower still continues to be a showstopper, and that's why the new initiative of EV Masterclass, which is, I would say, designed by the industry, of the industry, and for the industry. EV Masterclass basically tries to address this particular talent need, works with different governments, especially with the government of Telangana, along with T-Hub, where we have initially started. And the main intent of this is that we will encourage the entrepreneurs to consider EVs as a segment, if at all they're looking for the right mentorship and guidance. And we would also encourage the youngsters and then the young students, right, both from engineering, non-engineering backgrounds, to consider their career in EVs because the industry needs now. Now, let me talk about what is it that it makes this particular thing unique. Number one, it is first of its kind initiative across the world, right, where the industry came forward. When I spoke about this particular problem with my industry friends, say, for example, Ms. Sulaja Firodia, who is founder CEO of Kinetic Green, and my juniors, Tarun Mehta and Swapnil Jain, who are the founder CEOs of Ether Energy, and also some of the industry friends such as Karthikeya, who is the founder CEO of Charge Zone, and Mr. Venkat Rajaraman, who is the founder CEO of Signi. I mean, all the industry friends, they said that yes, we still struggle to get the right talent. And when we hire them, when we groom them for about 2-3 years, and 10-20% hike there, and they're gone. Again, we go back, groom somebody, and then bring them. So that was a thumping, I would say, response that we received from all the mentors. And what is the uniqueness? This particular cohort is completely, I would say, handled by the CXOs, not the coaches who would claim that coaches don't play. No, They are the real heroes who are there in the world, who are there on the battlefield, leading the EV industry from the front, and they are going to come and talk to people about the entrepreneurship in EVs and the opportunities in EVs. And definitely industry-centric learning and a unique pedagogy where we talk about the relative learning of ICE, that is internal combustion engines, as well as the electric vehicles. Now, the interesting concept here is, as I said, this is the most industry-centric. In fact, not just the industry CXOs, right? We have policymakers and people who are influential in policy making. Say, for example, Rocky Mountain Institute, who is the consulting arm for the Niti Aayog at the central level. He is also involved into EV Masterclass to encourage and then to bring the learnings from the different, I would say, advanced markets and bring them to India. And so this is basically for students, professionals, entrepreneurs, and everybody and anybody who is interested about EVs and who wants to know about EVs. And why is this a double-edged sword? First, let us talk from the company's perspective. The companies tend to train the manpower even before taking them onto their roles, right? And since they come very much prepared and equipped, the chances of attrition, the chances of leaving the company, the chances of mismatch or misfit with the company are very, very minimalistic. And we are also conducting one-day workshops to, I would say, the bigger business houses among their top leadership to make them understand what it is all about EVs and how they can stay invested. Definitely our biggest differentiator is our CXO mentors and industry leaders and policy makers and ecosystem enablers and startup leaders. So a few of our expert mentors for you, Ms. Sulaja Firodia, who is founder CEO Kinetic Green. And then we have Mr. Karthike, who is founder CEO of Charge Zone. Then we have Mr. Gopalakrishnan, who is the automotive director from the government of Telangana. And we have Mr. Priyank, and we have Mr. Venkat Rajaraman, who is the founder CEO of Signi Energy. They are into battery manufacturing. We have also Mr. Manish, who is the India head for Davo EV Tech. And then I would say the list goes on and on. But while thank you for introducing that, I've been recently recognized as 40 under 40, and when the same message was shared with my other 40 under 40 industry leaders, they said, wow, this is fantastic, Raju, let's do it, right? So we have all of those coming and then grooming this, and while she has mentioned, I thought I will also take this opportunity to introduce about myself. I am Rajiv YSR. I'm proud at the same time, very careful to carry both a chief minister and a prime minister in my name, so I better behave to myself. I'm a bachelor's master's from IIT Madras with 12 plus years of experience in the automotive industry. Worked with companies such as TVS Motors, Bosch in India, Germany, and different markets. And very recently, in fact, the IKEA that you see right now in 2018, the complete electric vehicle mobility was started by me. The last mile deliveries through electric vehicles in IKEA, which was later on white labeled, and then it was spread across Amazon, Big Basket, Grofers, Flipkarts, everywhere. I'm also part of the policy drafting committee at the state level and also at the central level with the Delhi Dialogue and Action Committee, and working very closely with Rocky Mountain Institute. So while these are all my, I would say, the professional accomplishments, I'm always passionate about teaching, coaching, and helping people because I come from a very small town called Shrungavarapukota in Vijayanaram district. I do not know if any of you are aware, where until my, most of my class, even though I am from English medium school, right, but then the lessons are always taught in English. Or always taught in our mother tongue. And when I went to IIT, right, with God's grace and all, I was very spellbound because you already have the best of the brains, and then I really felt, right, that if only somebody from future Rajiv can go back to that Shrungavarapukota, Vijayanagram, and then say that, hey, you know what, there is a beautiful world waiting out there, but then you need to really equip yourself with these are the skills, right? And you would be a successful one. And when I was passing out of IIT Madras in 2010, I made a commitment to myself that within 10 years, I want to be one of the youngest CXOs. And thanks to God and thanks to all my mentors and bosses who have been working with me, was able to achieve that in the year 2018, where I was the chief operating officer for a company called Avan India, which is a subsidiary of Gati Logistics, right? And since then, it has been my passion to connect with youngsters, to connect with similar Rajivs who are coming from the rural area. In fact, let me tell you, there are people much smarter and much, I would say, capable than me. Probably they did not receive the right guidance to be where I am today. I'm only trying to bridge that gap that, hey, you know what, there is so much that is happening there, especially from the EV market and EV perspective. A lot of opportunities, a lot of employment opportunities, a lot of investment opportunities, a lot of entrepreneurial opportunities. Where are you and what are you doing? Come, I'm going to be there with you to guide you, to mentor you, and to help you to reach your next biggest goal. I think with this, I would like to close the talk here. And once again, thank you very much, Sudhir, for having me here on stage. And yeah, so these are all different. I mean, the passion speaks. I'm also mentor on board with T-Hub. Very recently, I've been awarded the best mentor in the T-Hub as part of their 6th anniversary celebrations. TI Hyderabad, Startup Telangana, Confederation of India Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises, Usmania Technology Business Incubator, IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, IIT Kharagpur, ISB Hyderabad. So wherever there is an incubation, wherever people need help, I'm always available. And all this is done benevolently. Yeah. Thank you very much once again, and thank you very much for being here. And it's great connecting with you. And this is Rajiv YSR signing off. And if you want to know more about EV Masterclass, you can write a mail to info@evmasterclass.com. And I'm very, very thankful once again to launch this EV Masterclass as part of this great event that is happening, especially in the august presence of the great dignitaries such as our Governor of Telangana and the High Commissioners from British and the US, and many other, I would say, the officers and then the dignitaries. Thank you very much, and once again, thank you. Jai Hind. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajiv, for giving us such lovely insights on the EV market. And I'm sure the audience know whom to reach out to as a mentor, coach for insights on the EV. So moving ahead, I would now like to call upon Mr. Sudhir Gautam, founder, CEO, and editor-in-chief, IndiGlobal Media Network, to please introduce our speakers for the next panel discussion.
Thank you very much, Prerna, for calling upon. And a huge round of applause for quite an energetic presentation by YSR Rajiv, Chief Master for EV Masterclass, Chief Mentor. So next up, we are having a very interesting panel discussion that is lined up. And to do the honors for this, we have quite an experienced officer from the energy sector. Before calling him, I would like to call upon one of our speakers whom you all know well, and he's an engineer from a very well-reputed college, National Institute of Technology, Warangal, Telangana, and now he's heading as the Vice Chairman and Managing Director for Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation. A huge round of applause for Mr. Janaya, N. Janaya, VC and MD TSECA-2021. And to do the honors for this wonderful panel that is going to come up, we have an officer who has been with his organization TSECA-2021 for since the new and renewable energy before the bifurcation of the Telugu speaking states, that is Andhra Pradesh, now Telangana, a part of it. Please join me in welcoming Mr. G.S.V. Prasad, General Manager, TSECA-2021. And yet another person well known to you all who is into this energy sector, academics of energy sector, in and out he knows. We'll get to hear from him. Please join me in welcoming our speaker, Director for Center for Energy Studies with Administrative Staff College of India, Raj Kiran. A round of applause. We are also joined by yet another esteemed panel speaker who knows in and out in the pharma sector and also MSME, how the energies are flowing and saved and what are the technologies that are going to be there. We'll get to hear him in this panel discussion. Please put your hands together for Rajnikant Dandukuri, Director, Energy Management Division of National Productivity Council, Hyderabad. We would also be joined by speaker who gave a presentation power-packed, energy full of presentation. Please join me in welcoming the Chief Mentor for EV Masterclass, YSR Rajiv Kumar. Please join us on the dais. With this, we will request our speaker for this panel discussion, Evolving Landscape of Clean and Green Energy in India, touching upon renewable energy and non-renewable energy, EV mobility, infrastructure and technologies in the market, and green building. And to do the honors, I would request Sri GSV Prasad to take over the panel discussion. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sudhirji. Very happy to be here, participation in this panel discussion. Yeah, we have here our Vision MD TSREDCO and Director NPC Rajnikant Garu and Rajkiran Garu from ASCI and YSR Raju Garu. Thank you very much. Very warm welcome to all of you. Definitely your feedback and giving inputs will be useful for the sector and everything. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, coming to the renewable energy programs, in Telangana, Telangana state is very forefront in capacity addition, particularly in the solar energy. From last few years, we have observing that another thing is Telangana is becoming a model, and it was appreciated by the Government of India Minister. I know also very particularly one of the program, I am present there in the Piyush Goyal, respected Piyush Goyal appreciated the model of the Telangana. It had got commanded the appreciation across the nation. What is the going forward? This RE power to the existing total installed capacity, what is the plans of the Telangana state and present RE share and would be expected further? This is to the Sri Janai Garu, Vision MD TSREDCO. Sir.
Yeah, thank you, Anandal, on the dais and ladies and gentlemen. After the formation of the Telangana state, Government of Telangana has shown the efforts of need to be more reliable and quality power supply for 24 hours. During the formation of the state and prior to the formation of the state, there were many a number of power cuts and officially declared industrial holidays were there. And to overcome all these things, a definite policy has to be initiated by the government at that time. Thus by, in 2015, Telangana government has given Telangana state solar policy. In that policy was envisaged in such a way that it should be a decentralized one, so that the transmission losses and also the upfront infrastructure cost of the transmission network will be reduced, and also the decentralized mode gives the thrust upon the area-wise solar generation and also the utilization at that particular, thus by saving the line losses component in a major way. And after the policy initiation, it was our only the state to have crossed the 4 gigawatts under only decentralized mode. Later on, other states initiated our policy and they have adapted the same decentralized mode. And now, coming to our present point, Government of India's ambitious goal to become 2030 500 gigawatts and also by 2022 175 gigawatts, we are planning far ahead, and whatever the resources available under various land bank or rivers or the balancing reservoirs, whatever the locations, all the areas will be in future covering through solar, and definitely we will be moving a far ahead on par with the other states.
Thank you, sir. Really, it's a good thing that initiative of the Telangana government that has inspired all the states across country. That's a very good initiative. So that, sir, what is the present RE share of the Telangana state, and what would be the expected further? Okay, that's expected state-wise, sir. Thank you.
During the formation of the state, our contribution is only 75 megawatts. In 2014, renewable energy is only 75 megawatts. As of now, we have already crossed 4 gigawatts. That means the exponential growth of the renewable power is happened, and as of now, an estimated 25% of the power share is from the renewables, and definitely we will cross 35% by the 22.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's for Rajivji for the regarding EV mobility and the infrastructure. Just before this event, even being a TSECA-2021, we have also learned so much from you. Thank you very much, Rajivji.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Just by growing demand of electric vehicles, very drastically it's growing, and how the technology and infrastructure like batteries, charging stations will play a role. They will play a role, that one thing. And another thing, standardization of this charging infrastructure is it possible? If so, how it was? Yeah, please.
Thank you very much. Just to refer to Brookings India Report 2018, the report says the total electricity demand for EVs at 33% EV penetration rate by 2030 is projected to be 37 terawatt hour, which is less than 2% of total electricity demand across the country by 2030. So the first thing is, because I'll just leave deviation, but then this is for the benefit of all of us. The first thing is people say that, oh, so many electric vehicles, and what about the electricity, and then will we still continue to get it from fossil fuels? There is nothing to worry. We are only talking about a 2% demand. And like sir has rightly mentioned, one of the key factors which is basically stopping people from considering owning up an electric vehicle at this point of time definitely is the cost. And then the second one is the ample availability of charging infrastructures. So at one point of time, we all thought charging infrastructures are only charging stations, which are basically GB by T or CHEDEMO or CCS. These are different protocols where we talk about those plinth-mounted charging stations, right? But now the technology has evolved. We are talking about charging points. These charging points are not only at domestic application, but at public applications. I think thanks to Janay Garu and Ramakrishna Garu, we are doing a pilot very soon in Telangana, where in government places, municipal places, and other public places, we are talking about installing these charging points, which cost less than few thousands. But then the ample availability of this gives a lot of, I would say, confidence. Now coming to the swapping battery as a technology. Swappable battery technology is definitely doable, especially for two segments. One is two-wheeler segment to a certain extent, and other one is three-wheeler segment. Anything above that demands for an autonomous, I would say, battery swapping, which at this point of time, neither the need nor the demand for a value-conscious market like India. So I think with the ample spread through charging points, and the swappable battery technology coming into picture, especially into two-wheelers. And again, thanks to the recent notification which was launched a year ago, where the government detached the glider and the battery. Now one can register just the glider without the battery also. I think all these are happening in the right direction to ensure the penetration of EVs is, I would say, accelerated. And the technology is also catching up with the needed market demands than going for a fancy technology. But what is the need of the hour right now? And are there products and solutions to that? And to that context, I think, yes, we are there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajivji. That good information.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's for Rajnikant Garu. Just we know this that India is top countries among in the generation of renewable energy from the last few years. Among top five countries, India is also one of the country. And recently our Prime Minister is also has announced his ambitious target of 450 gigawatt by 2030, that which is driving, and at the same time, for promotion of this one, at the same time that financing is also most important for the forwarding with ambitious target of 450 gigawatt of 2030. As this one, how do you envisage that India as a marketplace for green finance investment globally? That you please give us some. Thank you.
So, yes, sir. First of all, very good afternoon and very good afternoon to Janai Garu. So if you see the overall picture, out of the total 100% of energy that is pumping into India, 11% or 12% go to transportation sector, where Mr. Raju has clearly told about EV vehicles, their development. So what happens to the rest of the 50% is to the industry. So for that we are trying to bring so many technological interventions, but it takes a lot of time. Now industry also is moving towards solar thermal energy. Like you go to Philippines or you go to UAE or MENA regions, you get a lot of 1.8 gigawatt, 2 gigawatt solar power plants. But now here, solar, not solar power, it is solar thermal energy is coming into picture. Now recently, 2 months back, UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization, with MSME, want to convert the steam generation by solar power in Hyderabad, in Medak Pharma cluster. So if industry is moving towards solar, I don't think so this will be a tough task for India. And once it is moving towards solar, then there will be a lot of funding come for renewable energy, green financing. And it is possible because now the technology is readily available. We can see a megawatt scale power plants. Recently we have seen one plant. It is almost around 20 gigawatt solar, 3,600 panels, and it is generating almost a steam generation of around 20-30 bar. Right. So it is possible. It is possible, sir.
Thank you, Rajnikant Garu. Thank you. That coming to the Rajkarna Garu, just we know his initiatives and his participation, particularly for the ECBC code in Telangana, that has played a vital role. And that is the first Telangana state is initiation of the ECBC and compliance of the so many buildings. That's the backbone. As a TSECA officer, I know that behind who is the person is Rajkarna Garu. Thank you very much. Because of this one, besides the energy generation, the energy conservation is also plays a vital role. We know that's why that ECBC code also for the along with other sectors we have taken commercial building sector also vital role in a energy sector. Its contribution. However, the green buildings contribute to this sector to add existing one. That's you, please.
Thank you very much. In fact, it's really your greatness that appreciating the work, but it is because of the TSREDCO's leadership and TSREDCO's efforts to reach to this level of energy conservation building code compliance in the state and leading the entire country and showing the path. Coming to your question, that obviously the green buildings play a key role in energy efficiency, because if you see all the green building rating systems, though it is IGBC rating system or though it is a LEED building rating system or Griha rating system or any other rating system, one of the key element and one of the key parameter of those rating systems is energy efficiency also, apart from several other parameters. Right. So all the green buildings, if they are achieving certain kind of green whatever rating level, they come under the, obviously they come under the compliance levels of energy conservation building code, and they do comply the energy conservation building code to a great extent. And that's how any green building, even the minimum level of green building rating system, does comply the energy conservation building code in a very effective way. So going to the green building rating is a one step ahead than the energy conservation building code. Right. Because these are the private and voluntary code systems in the country as well as the whole world. But the difference between green building rating system as well as the energy conservation building code, energy conservation building code is a code which is been specified as by the government of Telangana and government. So the code is mandatory and you have to follow those on a mandatory basis. It is not a voluntary. So it gives certain kind of specifications rather than the whole rating system. And that is how I think Telangana is doing really great to achieve those energy conservation aspects in the entire built environment sector. And I wish that Econivas Samhita in residential sector will also be implemented very soon. And all the residential buildings will also come under the purview of energy conservation. And that's how we are going to achieve a great, I think we are moving towards developing the sustainable energy efficient habitat systems around us. And that is the great step. Thank you very much. Thanks. Over to you.
Thank you, Rajkarna garu. Sir, coming to Janai garu, VC and MD TSREDCO, this recently Government of India has announced one in keeping mind of farmer sector, that PM Kusum program has been announced. Very prestigious program for this one. I think Telangana, how is going to utilize that opportunity? How is the farmers and the discoms will get benefit? And is there any plans for the Telangana government? You please, this one, sir. Is there any tariff fixed by the TS discoms or?
Yes, already government of Telangana was given the permission and ERC given the tariff for 3 rupees 13 paisa per unit generated through this generating system, and this tariff is fixed for the 25 years period. So the plant will be
or mid-level charges, and then this fast charges. So all these things that we see, GB by T, CCS, CHEDEMO, etc., they come under fast charges, and each one of these follow their own protocol. Say for example, CCS is predominantly by Europe and US, whereas CHEDEMO is by the Japanese markets. GB by T is Chinese. And Tesla has its own way, Tesla supercharging protocol, right? So right now the government of India in the fast charging is working on bringing interoperability. That means whatsoever the protocol is, can there be a technology which can kind of make it standardized across all? So that is still being under consideration by Department of Science and Technology. They are working on it. And now coming to the moderate and the slow charges, just to tell you, Ji, when it comes to mass adoptability, it is always the slow charges and the moderate charges which are going to take the lead, because in the matured markets like Europe, we see 70% charges are only slow and moderate charges. Whereas these high charges, which are like our petrol bunks, are only once in a while, because the more you charge them with these high charges, the battery life also comes down, right? So technology is getting in place to talk about interoperability, and in terms of scaling, it is always the slow charger and moderate charges that is going to take place. And now India is also working, especially with ISRO taking a lead here, interestingly, right? Its own indigenous lithium-ion technology and its own indigenous charging protocol to ensure that the mass market is, I would say, addressed. Thank you.
Okay, good. If if it will be very good and very prospective, as we expected this one, if coming into place, so fast charging stations without losing any battery efficiency, that we have to expect. Thank you, Raju.
Thank you. Correct.
One minute, Raju garu, I would like to ask one.
Please, sir.
We want to have one training session with all MSME, whatever the National Institute of Small Industries, nice, for entrepreneur development skills on the EV master class.
Sure, sir. It's a privilege.
Definitely we will explore. We will ask our budding engineers who are from the reputed institutes in and around Hyderabad or NIT Warangal, my own college, to have one session with you. Definitely I will ask N.V. Raman Rao garu, who is the director NIT Warangal, and also the CBIT Usmania people.
Thank you very much, sir. Sure. Always at your service, sir. Thank you very much.
TSECA-2021 will be sponsoring, don't worry.
Wow. Fantastic. I think it deserves a good round of applause for such a spontaneous, I would say, initiative to take the e-mobility forward. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Rajuji. Thank you. Yeah. Coming to Rajkarna garu. Yeah, that as the energy conservation, this one implementation strategies, that we have taken so many aspects and policies also for under energy conservation. For initiative of this green buildings also from the ASCII side, because you are one of the technical committee very actively participating in the ECBC technical committee, and is there any policy initiatives for the building of green technology buildings? That one is there?
Currently, Bureau of Energy Efficiency is actually supporting and promoting various technology development also. But then the reducing means like promoting the energy efficient technologies within the building sector, specifically building sector. Obviously, there are various agencies which are working on this like CII, IGBC, because that is a key aspect which you raise, and that's a valid question and valid point nowadays, which we are facing that. In fact, when I am actually roaming in rural areas and even tier 2, tier 3 cities, the problem is with that availability of these building technologies. The materials are not available, that awareness creation is not there.
Right.
Even like I am not aware that what kind of AC is required, air conditioning is required, given to that particular kind of space. So I think certain kind of policy, because it's a varied subject, and Department of Science and Technology is also promoting the various innovative technologies where we can actually bring down the energy means energy consumption in those particular kind of appliances and equipment. So obviously, Government of India has the standards and labeling program to add more and more appliances in that particular kind of standards and labeling program. That is the one program which currently we have as a policy initiative. But other policy initiative, obviously, by involving other departments like Department of Science and Technology, and even the Department of Industries and all, NMSM, small and medium enterprises, that kind of policy, I think currently it is not there, and certainly we collectively need to work together to promote that particular policy, especially on energy efficiency. Rajnikant Garu, if you know something on this, you can actually throw more light on this, particularly on a policy kind of thing.
Thank you, Rajkiran Garu.
As such, there is no policy for MSME separately, sir. But individual states, like if you go to Tamil Nadu is having some subsidy for energy efficient technologies.
Achha.
Whereas, for energy efficient technologies like MSME rice mills, they can get almost around 30% subsidy on energy efficient. So individual state is taking care of the energy efficient technology penetration into MSME. But as such, at central level, only the standards and labeling is only available as on date.
In fact, to add Mr. Rajnikant's point, we are working with Government of AP now to bring energy conservation policy. So the draft is ready. We are incorporating all these aspects into that. It is not for public now, but then it is still for peer review. So Government of Telangana with your initiative can actually move ahead to bring certain kind of energy efficiency and energy conservation policy. So I like EV policy in Telangana. So Janaya sir's leadership is really...
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
Actually, last time I had a meeting with the Director General MSME. She came to my office and she asked, sir, what can be done, what we can be done in the front of MSME. I asked, actually at least one industrial cluster in and around Hyderabad should have total RE integration. It's self-generation, net zero cluster, at least near net zero. So they have agreed to, and funding mechanism I asked for the ADB, and in fact after this session I want us to speak to the same with the Rajni, because under the NPC, National Productivity Council, we had a fantastic program in the NIMS, which was a premier medical institute in Telangana. Entire appliances were being replaced recently, up to fans and bulbs with our efforts. Now they are wants to go in another far away, and entire RE integration they are now planning. With that, our services were being recognized up to the CM's level also. So the same thing can be adapted to in the MSME sector. Thus by TSREDCO will be the role model by integrating energy efficient appliances and also the RE integration. Both the things can be done.
Thank you, sir. Good initiative from TSECA. Sir, one more question for Rajkiran Garu. That ECBC buildings, in commercial buildings, we have a lot of experience already. In the earlier, this one also by giving, you have mentioned that one. For the residential sector also this one. what are the suggestions? Because Telangana government has initiated with the TSREDCO is taking the part experience. How do you what you suggest for the success of the similar things for the to take up in residential sector also?
Thank you very much, sir, because obviously means the bringing energy efficiency in residential sector is not that easy as bringing energy efficiency in commercial segment. Because it is as Honorable Governor Garu also mentioned, it's an individual commitment to that particular kind of building,
Exactly.
built environment, and at the same time, if we think practically, that what kind of technology is available and awareness to build that particular kind of building at local level, because buildings in India are constructed by not like the professionals, and even local masons also construct the residential building. The group housing is coming, like community housing and villa community housing kind of thing. There we can actually promote this particular kind of energy efficiency aspects, making mandatory ENS implementation in those buildings. And we have seen in a great way that once it starts, then it percolates to the ground level, because those construction practices are being followed, the material use practices are being followed, and then people follow this. So that's how I think we can slowly build to take it up to that ground level and for better implementation. But initially we can bring the high-rise residential and more the villa communities or the communities which have more than 500 square feet or square meter plot area, and all those buildings can be made mandatory. Second thing is to create awareness. That awareness has to be done massively in each and every district. Like for commercial buildings, it was easy because the only few hubs were there, like the large cities like Warangal,
Right.
Hyderabad, and all those kind of cities. The commercial buildings were coming up. But when you are talking about residential buildings, each and every district has to be targeted, and then that capacity building and awareness need to be created at that place. Third thing is, I think 4 aspects are there. Third point is, in fact, we have started this in AP now, and AP government, last week I was there, and AP government, both Arvind and Ajay Jain sir and Srikant Nagulupalli garu, they are coming forward, and they have taken the decision to implement Econima Samhita in all their dignity housing program. Hence onwards, all the dignity housing program, almost 30 lakhs houses, 3 million houses they are constructing. All 30 lakhs houses will be under the purview of and with the compliance of Econima Samhita, with cool roof implementation also. Cool roof implementation also. So that's the decision they have taken.
That's a very good initiative.
So that's how they. And fourth thing is to build the capacity right from the educational institutes and the architect institutes, bringing that particular syllabus of Econima Samhita in those curriculum. And at the same time, because for commercial buildings, we thought to train architects in their bachelor's and master's degree. But when you are talking about Econima Samhita, we need to train our local ITI persons, also local masons. That workmanship need to be developed to make it very, very effective, to make them understand about the importance of energy efficiency. So it's a whole kind of effort and framework we need to define to take it up to that level of success, I think. And I think we are geared up with the experience of Energy Conservation Building Code, and under Janaya sir's leadership and your leadership, TSREDCO is always there. So I am very optimistic about effective implementation of ENS in the state of Telangana.
Thank you, Rajkiran garu. Definitely we will utilize your services and take your experiences always for like success of commercial building sector, also for residential this fund.
Thank you, sir. I am always with you. I am always with you.
Thank you, Rajkiran garu. Thank you, sir. Sir, again coming to the renewable energy programs, we are coming to Janay garu. Sir, this always we are hearing this one balancing of with the renewable energy power, increasing of renewable power, balancing of grid is very difficult, and forecasting and scheduling is main key factors. And how the Telangana discoms, because you are also the actually discom employee, you know very well. Is there any policies, and what are the strategies of this one balancing the grid? You please, sir.
Actually, earlier it used to have technological issues during the Tamil Nadu, where they have added 10,000 megawatts of the wind capacity to the grid. At that time, there was no 15-minute integration policy. That means within the stipulated time, the frequency modulation will be suited in such a way that in spite of any spikes in the grid, sudden dropping of the 100 megawatt or 200 megawatt capacity of the available RE, if drops means there will be a frequency issue, and because of the under frequency or higher frequency, the grid will be naturally collapsed. In such a scenario, our production mechanism nowadays, with the latest technologies from Schneider and other market leaders from the breaker side, and also the differential relays and also the production mechanism which was being developed nowadays is coping with the latest technologies. And since 2.5 years, many a number of RE plants were come up, and which are already one under the same national grid, because in Rajasthan there were around 10 to 15,000 megawatts of solar power. Even in Gujarat, 7,000 megawatts. Even in Maharashtra and Karnataka also, more than 5,000 megawatts is there. Now that's all been integrated into the national grid, and no grid collapse was being taken up since 2.5 years. That means technological innovations as well as the grid management by the better management by the respective discoms, and also we are coping with the latest technologies so that it did not be disturbed by the renewable power.
Thank you, sir, for good information. Sir, coming to the, again, EV, I am coming to Rajiv Garu. Already this good awareness that recently the Telangana government from the Chief Minister has given good message, that one wiring in the YouTube is a very good message. From part of the other states also, our colleagues is calling, and your CM has given good message for the EV like that. Still, though we have taken any more steps for the Telangana government for conducting Go Electric campaigns in the different ways. In the colonies also, TSECA-2021 has they conducted. So, taking all the steps. Even then, for popularizing of the EV and push, is there any alternative technology for four-wheelers? Because two-wheelers we got, recently we have seen, Wala has announced we have a 1 lakh bookings, and Ather also, we are not in a position to supply the vehicles. We got that much demand this one. But whereas in the four-wheelers we are not seeing any suggestions in this one. Thank you.
First of all, there are many nodal agencies appointed by the center across the country, but let me tell you, the TSREDCO is one of the vibrant nodal agencies, because this Go Electric campaign which was done, it is less than 4-5 months when the first Go Electric campaign was done. And every time there is an opportunity to take the EV message forward, I think Janay Garu and the team, your entire team is always there. So I think definitely one of the very strong, vibrant teams of TSREDCO. Now,
it's all credit will go to our honorable minister, CM Garu, and our particularly, this is the right time I think I mentioned to. I am sorry to disturb you. Our special chief secretary, minister, and CM Garu, KTR Garu is given very good.
And once we hit that sweet spot, I think our numbers speak for it. And thank you very much for bringing the example of solar, which is absolutely right, and I am very, very sure that this is going to repeat in the case of electric mobility revolution also. Thank you very much.
Exactly, you are right, Raju Garu. That not only that one, in the renewable energy also, even 2006-7, just initially they have put for only 20 gigawatt by 2020. First of all, I know this one. In the 2014, 175 gigawatt when our Prime Minister announced, everybody is, whether it is possible or not, everybody has suspected that one. But now already it has been 150 gigawatt by India. Now with that inspiration, that Prime Minister again has set the 430 gigawatt by 2030. Is there, definitely it's possible. This one, that is like you said, this one, India is a different market, and definitely it will be like this one. Thank you. Thank you, Raju.
It seems an estimated study of 10,000 four-wheelers will be saving 250 crores oil pool account in in a financial year. That is the statistics provided by the Niti Aayog. Thus, by not only saving our own exchequer, that fund can be utilized for our welfare schemes or else any other infrastructure development. So only the thing actually, people are nowadays having awareness, and it remembers me in my during age old days when I booked my Hero Honda in 1986. I waited for 6 months to get that my Honda vehicle, because at that time it was a very highly 1 liter petrol, it used to give us 80 kilometers. Even Nexon, they are not providing us minimum 15 weeks are they are saying. That's the problem. I want to have our own people, entire TSREDCO will be using only 4-wheelers from Nexon, but they are not providing. Semiconductor and chip issues are going on. Anyhow, all these things will be because of 75,000 crores. Yesterday's Prime Minister's vision of integration of whatever the ISRO, what you are saying, and all these things, because we're all technologically very sound people. All our brain drain is going outside to US and other somewhere else. So all these things can be utilized in our own country so that we will be sufficiently and we will achieve our Atmanirbhar Bharat purely.
Yeah, thank you. As you all expected, definitely we expect, we hope that India will get change with 100% EV vehicles on the roads, and pollution-free atmosphere will get very shortly. We all expect. And at the similarly, energy conservation and renewable energy also, we hope more than 50% renewable energy share also will get in the sector in Indian, and with the energy conservative efforts, and everybody we hope with the supporting all this and giving the good information and to make the policies, to suggest the governments for the TSREDCO is a very good, your suggestions will be helpful for us. Definitely. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing all your valuable timing from the beginning itself. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
One group photo, please.
Especially being the Sunday.
Especially.
Thank you for IndiGlobal also. They are organizing very successful way.
After this very interesting session on EV, which kept going on and on, we would like to present a small token of appreciation to all our speakers, for which I would request with Sudhir Gautam and Mr. N. Janaya to please present a token of appreciation to Shri G. S.V. Prasad, General Manager, Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation. And also to Shri G. Raghuram Reddy, Manager Director and Chairman, Telangana State Southern Power Distribution Company Limited. To Mr. Shri Raj Kiran, Professor and Director, Center for Energy Studies, Administrative Staff College of India, Hyderabad. And also to Shri Rajnikant Dentuguri, Director Energy Management Division of National Productivity Council, Hyderabad. I request the audience to please give a huge round of applause, because after this we're anyways going to break for tea. For now, please clap louder. And also to our very enthusiastic and energetic young 40 under 40, YSR Rajiv Kumar, Chief Mentor EV Masterclass. I request the audience to please clap louder. I would request all our speakers to please gather for a photo together with the mementos. and also to Mr. Janaya Garu, who, Vice Chairman Telangana.
I would request all the delegates who are there now, just to give you a brief to you all, we'll have a photo session here. After that, we'll move to the tea area where we'll have hot and puffing tea and coffee. Before that, Simon, on the adjacent, we have a interview panel. We'll take bites over there and we'll have tea and coffee and also cookies and have good talk out there. Meanwhile, who all the team can come over here and have pictures. Before that, I would request a senior officer, the project director, Mr. Ramakrishna, who's the EV specialist in TSREDCO, to deliver the vote of thanks. A round of applause to Mr. Ramakrishna.
Good afternoon to everyone. Respected Vice Chairman and Managing Director TSREDCO and General Manager Garu, Professor Raj Kiran Garu, and Rajnikant Garu, and Rajiv Garu, and the organizer of today's event, Mr. Sudhir Gautam. I am privileged to convey the vote of thanks for today on behalf of TSREDCO. I thank all the organizers, awardees, and all the people who have attended from the respective organizations and making this event a great success. So with this inspiration, we carry to the next levels in the energy conservation areas, in the electric vehicle segments, in the renewable energy segments. We strive to work and showcase the best of the ability what the Telangana can able to showcase towards the states, being the best state as an example to all, leading as an example to all the states in India. So I thank once again for giving me this opportunity to convey the vote of thanks for today's event. Thank you, thank you.
Now we'll have a team picture of TSREDCO. Then we'll also have a team picture of IndiGlobal Media Network and TSREDCO heads. Now we have Mr. Srinivasulu, Project Director, Non-Solar Energies and Energy Conservation. Also Mr. Sattaya, who's the Officer for Finance. Pawan, who's a consultant. And also we have Mr. Kiran. So a round of applause for all of them. They are the people, the man behind the show. And of course, Anil out here. So we can have a team picture out here who all wanted to have with their Vice Chairman, General Manager. Please can come over here. We can have them standard. And the main person, Sudhakar, he's been there night and day throughout. we would request all the district managers of TSREDCO can join here. We can have a group picture out here. Please come over here. This will be an opportunity and a memory that to cherish, and we can have it later. All the district managers of TSREDCO and also the staff, please join here. The ladies out here, please join. All the staff members of TSREDCO, please join. And as Rajiv mentioned, also Ramakrishna mentioned, a round of applause to our Vice Chairman and Managing Director who instantly announced few things, certain announcements have been made. A round of applause to the Vice Chairman. Proactive, that is the reason TSREDCO has its name across the country, one of the nodal agencies into renewable energy that is making strides. More people can also come here. They can. Sudhakar, Pawan, please come. Next up, I would like to call upon the IndiGlobal Media Network team to please join to have a picture with the program chair and the key staff of TSREDCO. Hemant, Aman, Prerna, Venu, Kaniza. Thank you everyone. Please join us in the tea area.